Welcome to the Momentous Talk Show for Leading Women. And this afternoon, I'm really privileged to have joining me all the way from Albania. Today, you're in Albania, Anna Konya. Welcome to the Momentous Talk Show.
Thank you for the invitation, and it's a pleasure to spend the afternoon with you, ladies, and with you here. And it's amazing to connect each other from all these different places of the earth.
Absolutely. Yes. And thank you so much. If you are watching from home, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please do share this feed. If you're watching a playback, please do share the feed. Make sure other women are joining and they're getting inspired by some of our guests on the talk show, and they're getting inspired to do more and to become more. So thank you so much this afternoon, Anna. Can you tell us? I am reading here from your bio about you, and maybe if I ask you to introduce yourself in terms of what it is that you do. Who is Anna Konya?
Yes, thank you. My name is Anna Konya, as you were saying. I was born in Romania back in the 80s in the Ceausescu regime. And I've been living in Hungary for almost 20 years. I am Hungarian by nationality. And I'm enjoying traveling. I am enjoying always searching and looking for new things in my life. And recently, 2 years ago, I moved to Albania, which is a lovely country in the west coast of the Balkans. And shortly, this is my life, like always curious, always wanting to be more as I was yesterday. So mostly with it, this is short. But
Absolutely.
as I was born in Romania, I had the luck to be born to raised in bilingual surroundings, so it's quite easy for me to learn languages. Now I'm learning the fifth, so I'm like
Wow.
quite
Wow.
quite quite easy going in the world because we have a saying, as many languages you know, so many persons are living inside you, and
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that catchphrase. It's something that I've not heard. So as many, languages as you can speak, you can embrace more people. Is that what you're saying? Yes?
yes, yes,
Wow.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So tell us about your role. So I have here that yes, you were born in Hungary, in Romania, you moved to Hungary, and you're now in Albania. But you're not only that, you are actually a self-taught artist. So can you tell us a bit more about your work as a self-taught artist?
Yes, I started all my life. I was always using my hands. I was always doing different crafts, and I always enjoyed creating things. And as I was young and I was just flowing with the life, I was not really paying attention to my inner voice and to my inner call. So I was just hanging with the fashion and going with my life. And then, on the beginning of my 30s, it happened this life-changing event where what was my sickness, and that was the point when actually I started to use. By chance, it was just a coincidence that I was sitting down to a table and it was full with the felt tips and markers, and there was a sketch paper, and I started to draw. And it was like opening a Pandora's box, and I started to just express all the things inside me, what I could not say it in words. And this is how it started, everything. And everybody's asking how you are self-taught. You just start it, you just take it. And there is internet, thank God we have internet, and you can Google for everything if you are curious about how do they do this, how do they do that, and then you try. I learned everything what I know by now, because there is still a lot to discover and to learn. But what I know, it's always like, oh, I saw it that they do it like this, but I want to try something different. And then I'm just like experiencing like a chemistry, or let's say how we can play with the colors. I am just loving it. And meanwhile, I am also expressing all the things what I have inside, and my subconscious, it's like talking. So yeah,
Wow.
it's like
Wow. So this is something that came as a result of something that happened. So, just going into it a bit more, you got self-taught, but actually, it wasn't like so before. You haven't been to a school of artistry. You actually, this is a self-taught thing that came about as a result of something that happened. Can we explore a bit more? So, what happened at that time to you?
well. Well, I was living quite a beautiful life, which it was nice, but somehow it was not mine. I always had the feeling that something is missing. It's not me. It's not good. And at certain point, well, I had this diagnosis of a sickness, of this sickness, this tumor, what I had in my head. And well, of course, the first shock is like, oh my God, everything is like the whole world is going to fall apart. I was just focusing on I want to have one more summer, one more Christmas. I want to meet one more time my friends, my loved ones. But then in time I started to have quite a strong inner work, and I realized that everything is happening with us with a reason. So it's no sickness, be that as tiny or big one, it's not arriving in our life without prediction. So there were many signs which I was not noticing, or I was not paying attention. And when this happened, it was like a big shake, like, okay, there is something, this wants to teach me something, it wants to make me focus on something what I was neglecting until then. And well, starting the art was exactly in the same time. Somehow it was just matching, like all what I was not able to express before, the art made it happen. And it was just a perfect match of the time, space, and everything.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I'm like, it's not just for healing, but also for our mental health, and for our balance, our daily balance. It's good to find something what you can calm yourself in, you can enjoy your own company, and
Mhm.
to exclude a little bit the outside world, because the world now is so fast, so rushed, and informations are bombing us every day from everywhere, and it's just too much. And
Wow.
I learned all these years during my healing time that it's really important to protect yourself in a way, and to create your own milieu, this world when you are safe and you are home, and you can be on your own quietly without having this background sound like TV or whatever.
Mhm,
And the
mhm.
art was helping me in this very much, because well, during this lockdown, what we had, for example, this year, it was amazing. I was locked alone, so I was here alone. And here in Albania, we had quite strict rules. But actually, I was enjoying every moment, because I really think that God, universe, or I don't know who is up there or leading us or protecting us, because every time when I just take the brush in my hand, or pen, it's like opening a different world, and then
Wow.
the reality is somehow stopping, and then I'm safe, I'm sound, I'm loved, and it's
Wow.
good.
Wow. This is so interesting, and I absolutely love it, Anna. Your story is absolutely amazing. And guys, if you're joining us on the Momentous Talk Show, I am talking to Anna Konya, and she's born Romanian, lived in Hungary. She's now based in Albania. But this lady had a tumor in her head, which she suffered at some point in her life, but she did not let this to stop her from doing more and becoming more. And guess what? She started actually doing some artistry, drawing as a way of healing. And she's explaining to us some of the things that she's done and what she's doing around that artistry and how it makes her feel. So tell us then, Anna, in terms of the artistry, you're saying that you use this as a form of therapy. Was this intentional, or it just happened?
It was not intentional, and well, actually, what I would like is to focus on not the sickness itself. It happened. That it's like, okay, I am taking it like, okay, I hit my elbow. Okay, it's something happened, but it's not the hitting, not the injury. What is important is the healing process. What is important, and this is what I would like that also with my art, in my blog, in my writings. Also, I'm writing quite often about how to overcome, how that there is a way to heal from anything what happened to us, and I know that a lot of people who are out there and they are suffering so much, so many problems, so many things, and the main feeling what it's coming first, it's like, I'm fighting with this all alone. Even though you have your family around, your friends, and everybody's supporting you, it's an inside battle, it's an inner world battle. And what I would like say as a message for anybody who is still fighting with anything out there, that you are not alone, nobody's alone, and people are always there to talk to you, to protect you, to be with you. The only important thing is allow them to love you, because we tend to be like, I can do this. Yes, of course we can do it, but you need people around you, and you need to allow people to love you the way they do the best. And that's important. And art, yes, the art therapy, I think is just it's not only the art, because of course you need the medication, you need the therapy, you need the psychologist, you need the people. Sometimes you just need a simple talk with the best friend to overcome. And actually there are like small puzzles what you need to put back in their place, because they are somehow in not in their place. And art is just one of the ways which is helping you express, helping you calm down, and helping you to say who are you, what are you, and what are you feeling. And I am just saying that if it's music, if it's sculpture or whatever you feel, or just making furniture or whatever, it's also art, because yeah.
So
So
it's really about occupying your mind with something. Would you say creative? Would you say creativity is what you find in artistry? Would you say
yes,
something creative?
because um, when a trauma is happening, and having a diagnosis of anything, it's a trauma already in that moment. It's just like in your mind, and it's like invading all your mind, all your thoughts, and you are going and doing all your things and smile and enjoy life. But meanwhile, there's a small voice in your head, like always reminding you, like, no, 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 you are sick, you are this, you cannot do this, you don't do. And to silence that, you have to make your brain be busy with something else, with something what is positive, something what is made with love, and something what is balancing all this negativity. And then
Mhm.
as you are balancing, slowly slowly you bring up your energy to a higher level, and that's already like a small spot of starting to heal. And that's good, and that's important. It's
Wow.
actually necessary for going
Yes.
on.
So I'm certainly hearing coming from you that instead of you listening to those inner thoughts, those self-limiting beliefs, those discouragements, whatever it is that somebody may be going through, you're saying that really finding something that's someone may like in your space. It was about art, it's about drawing, about being creative, but actually finding a positive thing to do is what you're advising, to distract yourself
Yeah.
from the noise of the world.
Yes, because in our world, actually, we all have this since we were born. I know that, for example, I had this talent and I had this from my early years, but somehow life was different, and this talent, what I have, this vision, the love of the colors, was not focused right, and then I was just losing it during the years. And we all have something, because I really believe that each and every person who is born on this world has something special just on its own, his own small miracle. Okay, we are already a miracle, being alive, being a human, having a heart beating, and it's being here talking to you. It's already a kind of miracle.
Yeah.
But I really believe that everybody has something unique, just
Mm.
him or just her. And
Wow.
we sometimes, not sometimes, mostly our society, it's built that we are not hearing that inside word, inside voice anymore, because we are so addicted to anything else what is not us.
Yeah.
And art, or not just art, but finding that who you are and how can you calm yourself, how can you find the balance in this crazy world what we are living, it is important for healing or to stay healthy.
Wow, absolutely. And I love that. And, this morning I was actually doing a session on the uniqueness of every one of us is unique to themselves. So it's actually good for your mind to understand this as leading women. If you're watching and you're at home, these are some of the nuggets that you can take away today. That, you're unique to yourself. Everyone has got that special thing that is unique about them. And we see here somebody who was faced with that adversity at that time, but she did not focus on what was happening. She instead drew into her strengths, drew into her creativity, and came about. And now she's a self taught artist and doing extremely well. So let's go into some of the artwork that you've done, Anna. Have you got some samples to show us today? Because I want to talk about, how successful your artwork has been and places that you've been featured along the way. And I believe, exhibitions that you've been to. Can you show us some of that artwork that you've done?
Yeah, I have some of my artworks, but there are this, actually what I was just really having home. They are not framed. They are made with acrylic paint on sketch paper. So, well, it's just the raw reality. I am really colorful,
Wow.
and well, these are the simple
Wow.
one, because my
I like.
begin in the beginning I was, and this is a yellow one.
That's lovely. That's very
I
bright, and
thought,
that's absolutely. So, is
yeah,
that sketched or is that rough hand? How do you actually come about with that type of a piece of work?
please can you repeat the question?
So, would that be? I said I love that piece, and I'm just saying, in terms of developing that piece, would you sketch that, or is that just a rough hand, and yourself just being creative?
I don't really understand the
Okay.
question, but
I'll rephrase the
uh,
question. So I'm just seeing here, and the viewers, we're just seeing the beautiful work. Just show it up again, so the viewers can see. So I'm just going through that particular picture and just saying, does it have a meaning? When you're doing it, is it something that has a
okay.
meaning, or can you explain that
Yes,
picture for
yes.
us?
Thank you for explaining me.
Absolutely.
Yes, actually, all of my paintings and all of my drawings, they do have a meaning. Of course, the first thing what people are facing, oh, it's colorful and it's nice, and especially children, they like it. But they are not just colorful, because all of them are having quite strong and quite powerful meanings. Especially my drawings, they are so detailed, and they were really where somebody who is watching, who is checking then my homepage or Instagram, it's visible that it's really detailed. This one, for example, well, I have to confess, I'm a lion and I am a sun lover. So for me, the sunshine, the bright colors, the energy of the sun, it's actually, I think it's necessary for my surviving. Probably that's why I was choosing to live in a country which is in the south, and where the hours of the sunny, how it's a sunny hours, it's just endless and it's
Yeah.
lovely. So this is the way, in an abstract way, how I see the sun,
Wow. Wow.
giving us its
Wow.
power, its energy, and its
Yeah.
vibrations. And
Wow.
well, as we look up to the sky or the sun, the moon, or the stars, we tend to see or say that we see the same things, but I don't believe that. I believe that everybody sees something similar, but not the same. We all see
Okay.
some different things
Correct.
because we are projecting something what is inside us. So
Mhm.
maybe if somebody sees just it's just, I don't know, a wheel because
Wow.
it has a wheel in his mind, or
Yeah.
whatever. But this is the special in my artwork, that it's, I always give the, okay, I give a name to my artworks, but I always give the freedom to
Mhm.
those who see it to use their own imagination.
Yeah.
And I'm always curious, what do you see in it?
Yeah.
Because then I'm just, when I hear a person saying like, oh, I see this, and the other person says,
Yeah.
I see different thing, I'm like, wow, it's so good,
Yeah.
I did something. But meanwhile, for everybody else, it means something different.
Different for them.
And when and when I hear this, I know that that artwork, it's a success for me already, because it's already like, wow.
It's got a
Yes.
different meaning to everyone, and I think that's so true to say that, I can read it differently to how you read it, and it's because that's what I see when I look at it. So when I looked at it, I saw the vibrancy, I saw the color, it's matching you, it's got that energy about it, and it's got the vibration, which is good energy coming. So somebody else may see it. I didn't see the lion, but now that you've said that, I'm like, okay. I'm trying to see the lion.
Yeah,
So
well, it's funny because sometimes I am, people ask me, what did you draw, what did you do, and I said, well, I use the lion, I use the sun, and I use this, it's like symbols, what it's always somehow hidden in my work. And I say, well, that's a lion, and they're like, really? Let me see it. And then they just see it for a couple of
yeah,
minutes, and they're, yeah, it's really a lion in there. So yes, and it's
yeah,
fun. I like it.
yeah. And I suppose it's about imagination, that creativity within your own, head, and the things that you see, so depending on your background as well. But thank you so much for sharing some of those images and some of your artwork with us today. It's absolutely amazing to see. So I see here that you actually, some of your drawings were actually featured in one of a very successful poetry book named The Ambriozek. And that was published in Hungary and was by a well-known author. Can you tell us more about that drawing? And if you had a copy, maybe you could show us. But tell us more about this particular drawing that you did that ended up being featured on a book cover. How successful! Congratulations!
Well, thank you very much. Yes, well, that's quite a lovely story because the author, Hagabor Erzsébet, she was the between first people who actually, when she saw my artworks, she fell in love immediately. And she was there at my first exhibition. Actually, she was there at almost all of my exhibitions, and she encouraged me in the most amazing way. And well, she's a really famous author, and she's having lovely, really lovely poems. And And when she decided to have this book published, the Symbiosis, the Ambrosiac, she knew exactly that she wants the symbiosis because she knew that artwork, and then she was asking me if I would love to, well, to collaborate in this, and I was like, oh my god, it's just amazing, of
Yeah.
course. Well, the symbiosis, well, unfortunately, right here, I don't have any copy of it, but it's it's a quite a positive drawing as well. All of my works are just vibrating all this energy, and it's about the melting together of the feminine and the masculine self of ours, because we all have this both inside us. But meanwhile, also when we are meeting anybody, but it's not just loved ones, friends, or whoever is it's coming into our life in a short time, long time, whatever, we are somehow melting together, even if we physically don't touch, or maybe we just shake hands, but our vibrations are I don't know, molecules or whatever what we have, aura, it is actually melting into each other. And this drawing was in a way symbolizing all this. And
Wow.
yeah, she offered me this possibility, and she was really wanting this picture, and she's having it. She owns that picture
Absolutely.
now.
So if somebody, is this book written in English or is it in Hungarian? Is it got an English
Uh,
version to it?
Yeah, well, I hope it will have also some translations in any language, English or whatever. But
Okay.
at the moment, it's available only in Hungary, in Hungarian. And
Okay.
yeah, it starts to be her poems starts to be, thank God, again, the quality poetry is going to be again in schools now. A lot of schools are starting to be interested about her works, and to children to learn from really good writers. Or
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely amazing and well done to that. And from being a self-taught, artist to actually seeing yourself being, on a book cover and your work being, put on a book cover, that's absolutely amazing. That's a job well done to you there, Anna. And this is some of the things that I love to see and I love to promote because when you go through adversity, when you go through challenges in life, you should never remain there. You need to be able to rise above that particular situation. And this is a classic example of yourself and the work that you're doing and where it started from and where it is now and where it's going. So it's lovely and marvelous to see. Congratulations.
Thank you
So
very
just
much.
Yes. So just going forward then, tell us then, if somebody is watching this program today and they want to know about, artistry, what is a good starting point for anyone wanting to go into art or just really going into that? What is a good starting? How can they get involved?
Well, of course, going from the simple thing like, okay, go and buy some tools, and it's not just it. I really believe that when somebody is having the mindset like, okay, I want to try something and I want to do something, art can be painting, can be drawing, or whatever. Somehow we start suddenly to attract those people who are in the world of art. It's like, when you want to have a yellow car, and suddenly every corner you see a yellow car and it's coming to
True,
you.
that is
So
so
it's
true.
like it's like this. Actually, it's so funny how I started to be known, because well, of course, I was making my drawings, but it was mostly for me. It was my inner world, and I was enjoying it. And then we had a friend visiting, and he was working at a cultural center. And then he was asking me, "What are you doing there?" And I said, "Well, oh, nothing, I'm just drawing. And he was like, oh my God, but these are lovely. Why don't you show this to the world? And I was like, well, I never thought about, because it was not meant for it. And he didn't say anything, but in 2 weeks he was just writing me a message, you know that you will have an exhibition. And I was like, what? Like, how? And like this it started everything with showing my pictures, and then others wanted to exhibit it also, and they wanted also, and then somehow it was like a domino. So
Yeah.
starting something is just decided that
Yeah.
you want, and you
Yeah.
feel that because when we decide, you feel, you have this feeling like it's vibrating different, your whole self, it's different. And yeah, you just, when you decide to want to drive a car, so you want to have a car, you need the driving license. For having a driving license, you have to make the first step. So it's the same with art, or just trying. Maybe it's not your word, but if you don't try, you never know.
Yes.
Maybe it's
And
hiking. I don't
absolutely.
know.
I love that about, what you just explained is really classic, it's really profound. So what Anna is saying, you need to start there, and it's amazing. And I've always wondered why that is. When you start driving a certain car, you tend to see that everyone's got the same, but actually, I don't know, there's something about that connection that happens, and you start to see a yellow car at every corner, and you're like, if everybody is yellow, but in color. So really, what you're saying is so profound. So you need to start where you are, and naturally, you will start to attract the right people to your work. You will start to attract the right connections to what you're trying to do. So, and again,
And
just another question there. Did you want to add something? Sorry.
now, just like when this inner voice of ours, sometimes it's really just a tiny little voice, and if you don't pay attention, it's just going away. You don't really realizing. So, in that point, when I was just sitting there, there was a huge table, a lot of drawing tools, and I was sitting down. And if I just take it, okay, I am drawing a little bit, but I was actually having, when you have this feeling, when you just, oh, but this is good, actually I am enjoying it. Well,
Yeah,
catch that moment and build it into your life, and then you just bring in more and more joy into your life, because
yeah,
that is what who you are. And
yeah,
we sometimes we miss it, but that's just a tiny little word, a tiny little
yeah.
sound in your head or in your soul, I don't know. But when
Absolutely.
you catch that and you build it into your life, that's just, yeah,
Absolutely.
sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I can see the excitement coming in from inside of you, because, you're speaking from the heart, you're speaking from your belly. And you know what? You can never give, it means you're full. It means you are full, and you know what you're talking. And you actually, I can see it written all over your face, because this is what you're about, and you understand it so well. So thank you for inspiring us on the Momentous today talk show. And I've got here Peter. We've got Mail Company. Thank you so much. And he's saying that this is very inspiring. He is actually just giving feedback to us here. So thank you for giving us that insight, Anna. Just really then, how can somebody then use? I know you talked about you were using this initially for healing purposes, but how can somebody use therapy, art therapy, to overcome challenges? Maybe if you can just give us 3 pointers of how someone can use art to overcome a certain hurdle, challenge in their life.
Yes, but art, I say art, making art, it's kind of meditation also. And during the meditation, people ask sometimes, what do you gain with meditation? You don't gain in meditation, but you lose. You lose fear. You lose this anxious feeling. You lose anger. You lose the will of being always into the middle of something, and you just let it go. Art is similar. Art is also a kind of therapy, of meditation, going inward of who you are. and like this you start to know yourself better, and you are just going to realize that in situation when, let's say, if you are not an aggressive person, but really quick in anger or something, suddenly you just realize that before you say a bad word or before you react, you just
Mhm.
take a deep breath, like, okay, that's
Mhm.
not going to this. And this is what, in a way, meditation is helping you. It's like helping you grow up,
Yeah.
just mature, getting mature. And art, it is about getting mature also.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And so you're saying that, using it's a form of meditation. So I like the fact that you refer to it as in you go and empty, you don't gain, you lose. So can you explore a bit more around that?
Well, because we have everything inside. Of course, we don't lose the anger. It's still there, but it's not going to be a dominant feeling. You bring it in the balance because, well, we were created in a way. We have everything from anger to love, all the feelings, and all of them we need them. We need to be angry when it's the time to be angry, and you have to feel that feeling, but don't get stuck in the feeling. Feel it and then let go. And
Mhm.
also every other feeling, like the when we are sad. Yes, when we are sad, it's good to cry. It's not a shame to cry. Actually, it's needed to cry out, but don't get stuck in that moment. Cry out, take a deep breath, and then let it go,
You
because
got
life is flowing like this, and like this it's helping actually to bring it in balance, or what it was not balanced. And this is why art, it's kind of meditation. It's like cooking also, it's a meditation. When somebody's enjoying cooking, it's like it's going in the kitchen with the head like this and coming out with a smile because you
yeah.
enjoy to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. So those are some of the nuggets from Anna that she's sharing with us. Don't get stuck, get angry, get upset or cry when you need to, but don't get stuck in that feeling. You need to be able to move on. And you can use things such as art. Some people, she said, are using cooking, but if you're going to be using art, then you're going to use all that energy in that positivity of being creative in it. So tell me then, Anna, do you actually plan what you would want to draw, for example, or does it just ooze into your mind? Do you wake up
No
and plan
plan.
that I want to
No.
draw this today, or does it just come naturally?
No, never, never, never. No plan, nothing. It's usually there's a blank white sketch paper or the canvas, and it's just as I pull the first line, and it's just flowing everything on its way. Um, it's amazing. I never made sketch for like pulling or doing preparing. Just oof, let it go. What it's coming and it's coming. And well, I'm like, if it would be ugly, then maybe I would try different. But it's not ugly and it's joyful and it's nice. So why should I change it? So yeah, I do
Wow,
it like this.
wow.
Yeah, I
So it's
never
something
never.
that you're not planning, it just comes out of you. It's definitely an inborn talent. It's definitely an inborn gift that you have then.
I would say that actually everybody can try this, and everybody can try being, because in a way you have to be aware that failing is not a problem. Sometimes it happened that I was tired and I dropped the pen from, it was a beautiful artwork, almost done, and then I dropped the pen and it was just a big, I don't know, something. The color was on the old whole paper, and I was like, okay. And what's now? Oh, nothing. Then I change it and I do it different. It's not a tragedy. You can do different. So
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's about trying, failing, don't be scared to fail. You have to try no matter what it is, the outcome may be. You need to be trying. And I think we're experiencing some challenges. Anna looks like she's a bit stuck. So, guys, you're watching the Momentous Talk Show for Leading Women. And I'm speaking to Anna. Konya, she is a Hungarian self-taught artist who has been talking about her journey of having started her artwork or her art journey of drawing. And this has led her to places. She's now doing exhibitions. She now has a blog, and that's the next segment that I wanted her to share with us about her blog and how we can connect with some of the work that she does and how we can connect with the work. So I'm hoping that she will be able to rejoin us shortly to actually go into the last segment of the talk show. Are you back, Anna? Are you back, Anna? So if you're a leading woman and you're watching this, either you're watching us live or you know somebody who's leading at what they do, I want you to ask them to send us a quick email at hello@momentors.me. Ask them to connect, and we would like to hear their story as we continue to inspire each other, as we continue to empower each other to actually take on the world, and as we inspire each other to continue to do more and to become more. So if you know that person who you think, oh, this person may be good for the talk show, I want you to ask them to send us an email or send an email on their behalf to hello@momentors.me, and they will be able to be featured on one of our slots of the talk show. And welcome back, Anna.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. I don't know what happened. Something just
Yes,
happened.
that's technology for us. So, we were talking about, I was just about to start going into talking about the blog and how people can connect with you. Can you tell us just about the blog, what people can expect from it, and how they can connect with you?
Yeah, I started the blog more than 2 years ago. In the first years, I was writing only in Hungarian because, well, that's my mother language, and it was more easy for me to express everything what I wanted to write down. And about a year ago, I started to write also in English because I realized that many people are curious actually about what I am writing and about my thoughts. So I started to write also in English because well, they were asking for like, please write also in English. So I am writing about mostly about my experiencing. It's people sometimes are getting confused because they read my writings and then they send me message like, oh, it's like you're talking about me, or it was like you don't know me but you were writing like it's about my life. So and then I realized that it's again a feedback that that what we are living in our life and we think that it's just us, actually many people out there, they have not the same but similar experiences. And it's important to write down, to connect and to make sure that somebody who is out there and it feels alone and it feels isolated in a way, to feel that it is a connection between us. And yeah, we are experiencing pretty similar things. And yeah, it's about my inner journey and my experiences. And it's also every writing I am always attaching some of my artworks which are like connected to them. So yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you for that. So, if you're watching, I want you to go to her website, go to Anna Konya's website, www.myannas.com, and, get to know more about her blog, get to connect with some of her work. And I know that she's also on Instagram, and her Instagram account is also pinned on the screen. Please do connect with her. Please do find out what she's doing and the work that she's doing, and get inspired, ladies. This is what this program is about. It's about lifting each other's up. It's about lifting other women up, regardless of background, where you come from, where you grew up, where you are right now. We want to embrace you. So this is what this platform is about. And it's about showing you that adversity breeds success. So don't let your situation that you're going through right now to stop you from going for the best, from having the best version of yourself, because you can do more, you can become more. And thank you so much, Anna, today. Do you have any last words? I can see we had Miss Konya here. We had Christina. She was just really saying, yeah, you guys are absolutely awesome. And she was sending us love and some positive energy. Thank you so much, Christina, for just really connecting us and actually feeding back to us at this time. So, any last words for our viewers today, Anna?
Well, actually, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, and it's amazing to have this afternoon with you. And all I want to say that you ladies, we have the power inside us, each and every one of us. We are supernovas, each and every one of us, and don't get stuck in things what are not you, and recognize those limited beliefs what are not from you. It's coming from childhood, it's coming from society, or coming from wherever, and separate yourself from all this, and find you who you are, because when you know it, you are invincible, you are unstoppable. And I think that out there, where we may live in a patriarchal world, but the word the but we have a saying in Hungarian, maybe the head is the man, but the neck is the woman. And let's just make this world better. And well, love is the answer for everything, and the love what we women, we are carrying, also the men's, of course, but we have some special energy inside us. And this world, especially in this year also, we need to spread the love and the energy what we have inside us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Anna. She's just really saying her last words. And, the biggest thing is love. We need to be spreading the love. We need to be embracing each other. We need to be lifting each other up higher and really promoting what we're doing. And you know what? There is no room for competition, guys. There is more room, however, for collaboration. We want to work together. We want to make sure that we push each other up, we support each other, we promote each other, because there is nobody that can be like you. You are unique to your own self. And you know what? No one can do it like you. So that is really my last words to you. And thank you so much for coming on the Momentors Talk Show for Leading Women today, Anna. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
And goodbye to the viewers. Bye-bye.